have a review on Lord of the Rings with Glamlite. We're gonna get into swatches. We're gonna do a try on. I will have timestamps for it all down below. Let's start off with the palette. This bad boy right here is absolutely stunning. The packaging itself looks like a book, and I think they did such a spectacular job. We have these gorgeous greens and golds. I love that we have the silhouettes of the characters, whether it be Gandalf, the hobbits. You can definitely see who is who on here, which is really cool if you're a fan of, which I'm assuming that if you're watching this, it's because you're a fan of Lord of the Rings and you want to see what the collection's all about. But this is absolutely beautiful. They did such a spectacular job with this. Here on the side, it says The Lord of the Rings, kind of like a book, which is absolutely beautiful. And then here on the side, before you open it, says Your Journey Begins, which is chef's kiss, absolutely gorgeous. Once you open it up, you will see the palette is actually the map of Middle Earth, and then here on the side, the gold, the background is also like the map. Hopefully you guys will see that because the light does reflect off of that gold, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Let me go ahead and pull out the palette. This is stunning, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's called the Middle Earth palette. There's 20 colors in here for face and body, and I just think that Miss Giselle outdid herself. The details on this are chef's kiss. I am kind of like a little jealous that this one's so gorgeous because this is also what I wanted from the Willy Wonka, and if you guys saw my review on that one, I feel like little details, because of certain issues with manufacturing and stuff like that, she wasn't able to correct them, and I wish she had been able to, because this one just came out so spectacular. So when you open this up, it says The Lord of the Rings here. We have like etched on the mirror itself like the mountains in gold, which is absolutely beautiful. And then this is the palette. We have 10 shades are shimmer, 10 are matte, and I love the layout of these because we have like shimmers and then mattes, shimmers and then mattes, and we have everybody's name. Well, not everybody, because if you've read, I have never read the stories, but if you've ever like looked into Lord of the Rings or watched the first trilogy or anything with Lord of the Rings, you know that there's like a ton of characters. But from the original movies, we have the majority of the characters here, like everyone who's in the Fellowship. We also have some of the staple places like Rivendell, the Shire, Lothlorien. Hopefully I said that right. I feel like I'm gonna mispronounce certain things, but we have most of the characters, and I feel like the characters are represented really nicely with the shades, which is something that I feel like is so essential. And the Willy Wonka sadly was like, I think like the placement was off, or they had changed it last minute, and so the shades didn't match the names. And I love when that happens, when it matches. Like we have Galadriel, and she's like this gorgeous like silvery shade. We have the Shire in green. Merry and Pippin are very similar to like their cloaks that they wore. Just really a lot of the shades correlate to the story, which I feel is like very essential when you're doing a collaboration with a big franchise. So I think that this was such a beautiful detailed palette. Even one ring is like a gold. They just did such a great job. So this is absolutely beautiful. And basically on the back it says it's a 20 color palette celebrating the Fellowship of the Ring and their legendary journey from the Shire to Mordor. So absolutely gorgeous, and I will be keeping it in the box just because they did such a spectacular job. I will say I did not buy the PR box itself. I don't really do that anymore because over time I feel like I've accumulated way too many PR boxes, and it just gets to the point where I don't really like a lot of clutter, so I end up recycling them. So I'd rather just have the items themselves. Next, we're gonna get into the bag that came in the collection. This is what the bag looks like. It looks like Frodo, the Hobbit's home. This is like a staple door when you see the first like scenes in the movie, is like when Gandalf goes to his home and you have the big doorknob here. The details of the little leaves are super cute as well. So when you open this up, this is just for like if you're a movie buff or into the story. This is absolutely beautiful. It has the ring here with like the inscription of the ring, and then you can kind of see like the ring on here, and then I want to say this is Frodo and Sam who embark on their journey, and it says keep it secret, keep it safe, which is what he was told to do with the ring. So I think that that's a very cute detail. It says Lord of the Rings here, and then we have again the map of Middle Earth, which is absolutely beautiful. The bag itself is like a little round bag, and then around the sides here we have again what is written on the ring itself. If you open this first zipper, I think that you could maybe put something in here, but it's basically flat, and you have the map again in gold. Really cool detail for someone who's a fan of the series. And then again we have the little leaf zipper to go around. I don't think I would really open this first part of it. Okay, it's getting stuck. The first part here, because it's just a cool detail, but it's not anything like I would put something in there. And then let me open the back. So we do have a strap, and inside here again we have the map. I kind of wish that this part here in the front was a little bit bigger and you could like put something in there. Another thing is that while looking through this bag, I wish it had double zipper. So hopefully they will, you know, somebody on their team will eventually get that. But you have this strap, and you can use this as a crossbody or just like as a bag. I would probably use it like as a crossbody just because I really enjoy crossbodies. But you could just use it like as a little tote bag, or like actually use the strap itself. So in here you have a ton of space, a lot of space. You could even use this like as a makeup bag. Once you like press it down, it does become rather big. It's probably like maybe like 5 inches across here on the bottom. But I would have liked like a purse that has like 2 zippers from each side, so that way like if you're gonna get something out, you could just like open it a little bit here and not have to open the whole thing to get something out. That's just, you know, like personal preference, but I just feel like it would make it a lot better for someone who's gonna actually use it as a bag, because when I go to open something, I don't know, I feel like it's harder to open it here from the side. If you see here, it has like some fabric there, so you'd have to like but you know, to each their own. But I would have liked double zipper. But it is really cute. It does have little silver studs here on the bottom to actually be able to like stand up. And I do love like Loungefly and kind of like those type of style of bags. So this one for Lord of the Rings, right up my alley. Absolutely love this. And I feel like it's really cool. Like if somebody loves Lord of the Rings and they saw you with this, they would be like, oh my God, how cool. You know, like I'm one of those people who says that to people all the time, especially like if they have a cute bag, whether it be Disney related or like nostalgic to me. But I do feel like they did a really good job on the bag. There's just little details that I would have liked just as personal preference myself. Next, we're going to jump into the highlighter. This is called the One Ring Highlighter. The blue and gold remind me of Estee Lauder. It's absolutely gorgeous. It does even have the wording here on the top, here on the front here as well. And this is another one of those boxes that I will be keeping. It says My Precious with the S's. And when you see the packaging, it's absolutely stunning. It's like this gorgeous blue, and then you actually see Gollum here in the middle of the ring. So hopefully you guys will see that, but you see him here in the middle, you see the ring, and it looks absolutely stunning. I think they use the blue because a lot of those scenes are like when he's like in those dark caves and in the mountains, you can kind of see like a bluish kind of hint to it. So, and he also has very piercing blue eyes. So I think that that all ties in. But it says you can tell my Spanish comes out. This light reflecting highlighter infused with shimmering sparkles captures the essence of One Ring's magical allure and complements all skin tones. Harness the power of the One Ring. So something cool is that it does have a button that you press down and it opens. So it's kind of like it literally is a compact. And then when you open it up, it has again the ring kind of circle with the scripture as well. The highlighter itself is mega pigmented, okay? I had to tone this down quite a bit. You do want to use something very fluffy and very light-handed if you're going to use this, because if not, it can go overboard to the point that it looks like you put eyeshadow on your cheek. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it so you guys can see it, but it is super, super, super pigmented. It is beautiful. It's like a gorgeous gold, and it has tiny, tiny little reflexes in there where it almost looks like, I don't know, like almost like it has some green and other shades in there, but it's not noticeable like on your cheek. It looks like a gorgeous gold on your cheek, but it is one of those like in your face type of highlighters. So if you're not into that, you want to be very, very light-handed. I even got some mixed in here with some of my eyeshadow, but here is the main shade right here. It's gold and very, very beautiful and very shimmery. Next, we have 3 lip kits. I'm going to go through each one of them. I would have preferred like I don't know, like a blush or a little something else. 3 lip kits themselves kind of seem a little bit too much for this, but I still like it. So first off, we're gonna get into EVENSTAR. I love the packaging on here. This is actually like a treatment kit. We have a what's it called? A lip mask. And this actually comes with a little clip. You can clip it to your bag. I love the details of the EVENSTAR here on the end. This does have a peppermint type of scent to it. I do try it on in the try on portion. And then we have the lip scrub. The lip scrub has a vanilla type of smell, and it also has the EVENSTAR here on the lid. Overall, I think that this is a cute little duo. I don't really care for lip scrubs with mineral oil. You guys will see me re-say this in the try on portion. I would have liked something like a lip component in the shape of the EVENSTAR. That would have like put it next level, just like an iridescent gloss or something like that, but this is okay. Next we have the Rivendell lip kit. This box is absolutely beautiful. I love that this is kind of like you can put this on display. It has a magnetic closure. Rivendell is the elves land in Lord of the Rings, and then we have the lip liner and lip gloss. The lip gloss packaging is absolutely gorgeous. It just screams like ethereal and like fantasy and like the elves vibe. So this is absolutely beautiful. And then the lip liner and lip gloss themselves are a burgundy shade. So we have a deep burgundy lip liner. I have to say these lip liners are way more drier than their previous formulas that they've done. So here are the swatches right there. You can see that it is a very burgundy type of shade. You guys will see this on the try on portion, and if you use it very lightly, it's very wearable. In their promo pics, it looked very, very dark, and I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna really use that. But I do prefer this formulation. This is from their Willy Wonka collection, and this one is just very, very creamy. It just, I don't know if you guys are gonna see that, but it just glides on. And then these from the Lord of the Rings collection, they are, it's not that they're not pigmented, it's just they're way drier and like tug a little bit more at the lips. which could be good as far as longevity, but I kind of sit somewhere in the middle. Like I want longevity, but I also want it to be very creamy on the lips. But very, very beautiful duo. And the lip gloss itself kind of has like a fruity type of smell to it. Last, before we get into the try on, is the Lord of the Rings Eye of Sauron lip kit. I really love the way they did this. And I kind of get into it a little bit more in the try on of this, but I love the way it kind of goes from his tower to his eye. This is supposed to represent his actual armor, and I think it looks very, very cool. We have his colors, which are black, gold, and the red. He's almost like a metallic kind of color, but he also has like a lot of the black, so I kind of get the you know, the idea behind it. The lip liner says Mordor, which is absolutely amazing. It is a very dark brown shade. I don't know, I'm not into the vibe of the dark shades this time around. I would have liked kind of like the Willy Wonka, where it's like a shade or two darker than the lipstick, but not, you know, completely different. And this one's like completely different. So here is the lipstick, which is a gorgeous like orangey terracotta shade. It does have a really cool component. It kind of threw me for a loop because this has a little hole on here, so I'm not sure like if this was supposed to be kind of like the lip gloss where it's a keychain as well. I think that would have been really cool if it came with like a little keychain to keep it, because it looks really, really cool. And then we have the lip gloss, which also has a really cool component to it, and it's in red, but it also has kind of like those spikes very similar to his armor and his headpiece. And this is like a very sheer orangey shade with a lot of glitters in it. So all three of these here look really cool. You guys will see them in the try on portion. I felt like this kind of, I have to redo my lips with this, because the first time around when I recorded it, you guys will see it kind of got a little bit messy. So you do want to be a little bit cautious with this shade, because it kind of, especially if you have smaller lips than like I do, you're gonna want to be a little bit light-handed with this. But let's go ahead and jump into the try on portion. For the try on portion, we're going to be using the palette, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I am super excited. Part of me wants to use purples, but I'm gonna come out of my comfort zone a little bit. I want to use a lot of these olivey greens and maybe some of the gold. We shall see. We're just gonna wing it as always. And I'm gonna go in with Mary, which is a really beautiful, like really light green. I love that they have a lot of the character names in here, especially if you're like a fan. Wow, that is pigmented. I thought it was gonna be like a wash of color, but it is not. It is pigmented. Usually very light shades like this are very hard to have pigmented. They're usually like a wash of color. So I wasn't expecting it to be this pigmented on the lid, but we're gonna go with it. We're working with it. I think I'm going to do a very monochrome green look. Next, we're going to go in with Samwise, who I loved Sam in the movies. He helped Frodo along the way and was such a, like, just a great character. I just feel like a lot of people would have given up on Frodo, and Sam stayed by him the whole time. So again, just putting this in the crease, building it up. Next, we're gonna go in with Boromir, which is this dark green. And oh my god, these are super pigmented, so you want to be cautious. I just feel like I dipped my brush in just the tiniest amount. I absolutely love Glamlite's formula, whether it's their matte or their shimmers are out of this world. They're so glittery and so gorgeous. I like love the way they formulate their products. And I'm excited to see them do more collaborations like this, because these are the type of collaborations that make me excited. And I went in with Mary around those edges just to really like blend them out and sheer them out. Next, I'm kind of digging Frodo, so I think we're gonna go in with Frodo. It's a little bit on the darker side, so I'm gonna keep it towards the outer edge. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Shire, which is a very light green, and see how that meshes in together. Oh, that goes in on top of each other beautifully. This is gorgeous. I am already like obsessed. I can see myself doing a lot of green looks, even purples in here. Purples are my jam. This is stunning. And let me see, I'm in between Rivendell or Galadriel for the inner corner. I think I'm gonna go in with Rivendell. Let me just get a tiny little brush and do, oh my god, Bilbo is also beautiful. Okay, we're just gonna go with Rivendell. I'm just going to apply this to that inner corner. I think on the lower lash line, I might use Samwise. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go with Samwise. Okay, we're gonna go in with first Mary and then Samwise underneath that lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with a smaller, more dense brush for Samwise. Okay, so that is the look. I'm gonna do the other eye off of camera. Right now I'm just gonna use the Lord of the Rings, the One Ring highlighter. When I open this up, the packaging, like the whole My Precious with the S's, and then the highlighter itself, the packaging is like out of this world. If you are a Lord of the Rings fan, this is absolutely stunning. It's like a gold, but it also has like all kind of like a green tinge to it as well. Hopefully you guys will, I don't know, let me see if you guys can see that on my hand. I think only with like the light, like it's mainly a gold highlight, but there's certain little specks in there that kind of like give like a green iridescent, but not to the point where you can't use it as a highlight. So this is absolutely stunning, and I'm gonna keep it inside its box. I feel like these boxes are absolutely beautiful. So let me go ahead and get a brush, and we're just going to, I'm gonna tap off some of the excess because I don't want it to be, whoa, I just put the tiniest amount. This is a blinding highlight. If you're somebody who loves a good highlight, in your face kind of highlight, you are gonna love this. This is beautiful. So you really want to be light-handed if you don't want it in your face, but the packaging on here and with Gollum in there, absolutely stunning. Love the way they did this. And let me go ahead and finish my other eye off camera and we can get into the lip products. Next, we're gonna try the lip products. There's 3 different sets in here. I kind of wish that there was one less set of lip products and then maybe something for the cheeks, you know, like a blush or something, but you know, it is what it is. But this one is EVENSTAR, which is the famous necklace, and it says here, just like Arwen's gift to Aragon, this duo is a token of care and devotion for your lips. And it has a lip mask, which has a little keychain so you can like clip it to your bag. And then we have the lip scrub. I already checked the ingredients and it does contain mineral oil. So this is one of those lip scrubs that leaves like a residue to your lips. It has like a vanilla smell to it. And these are just kind of like okay to me. I prefer like the old school lip scrub that you could actually like eat because it contained no oil in it. I don't really care for the kind of like moisturizing residue that's left from mineral oil, but I went ahead and bought the whole thing. And then this is the lip mask. It actually has like a little, hopefully you guys will be able to see that on there, but it has like the same form of the necklace, which is absolutely beautiful. And even the box itself, you can see the outlining of the necklace. I would have preferred like a picture of the necklace here, like of that symbol, but here instead we just have it really big that says EVENSTAR. And let's go ahead and try this out and see. Oh, okay, so this is very minty. I will say it's a thinner formula than their Scooby-Doo one. The Scooby-Doo is way thicker. This is on the thin side, but it has a nice minty kind of thing to it. Oh my God, look, see, this is absolutely beautiful. I just noticed that they put the form of the necklace on top of the lip scrub. So this is absolutely beautiful. Those are like the little details that I absolutely love. So first I'm going to try out the Rivendell lip kit. And this is absolutely stunning. Another little box that I would keep. I love the fact that it has Lord of the Rings and you can see like the mountains on there from the elves. And it says, step into the enchanting world of the elves with our officially licensed Lord of the Rings or Rivendell lip kit. So this has a lip liner and I want to say this is a lip gloss. Yeah, it's a lip gloss and lip liner. And we shall see what this looks like. It looks kind of dark when I was seeing it on their live, but let's go ahead and see. It says Rivendell really big in gold, and I'm just gonna go lightly. And next we're gonna go in with the gloss. This is absolutely beautiful. The packaging, it's very reminiscent of like the luxury that comes with the whole elves in the movie. It looks like a purpley kind of dark shade, so we'll see how this looks. I didn't want to apply too much and it has a fruity smell to it. Yeah, it has a fruity smell to it. And this is what the color looks like with the lip liner. You could go darker with this if you applied the lip liner all over the lips and then the lip gloss on top. This is the way I would wear it, just like a little bit of the lip liner with the gloss on top. I think that this makes it a little bit more wearable. If you see their pictures on Instagram, they like went in with the lip liner and lip gloss, and you can really build this up to look very dark. But I feel like this way it's a little bit more wearable for myself. The last lip kit that we're gonna get into is Sauron. I absolutely love this packaging. It goes from like the tower where his eye is to the close-up of the eye and the eye of Sauron. You see that a lot in the visuals in the movie. I think this is a great way of doing this. Sometimes I do feel like Glamlite overplays this whole, I wanna say it's called like ventricular kind of motion. And I don't that it makes sense. Like this makes sense to me. And then other times I'm like, it just wasn't that necessary. But let's go ahead and get into it. We have a lip liner, a lipstick, and a gloss. It's supposed to be a nod to his armor, which I kind of get here with this like sharpness here, because all of his armor and his headpiece are like very sharp. So let's go ahead and get into it. And those are the shades, like the colors are like gold, red, black. And then the lip liner says Mordor. The lip liner is called Mordor, which is the land where Sauron resides in like the Shadowland. So I think that that's really cool, like nod to the movie. I love like the more details there's in a collection, the better for me just personally. So let's go ahead and use this around the lip. I can tell that this melted a little bit in transit, but it's okay. Just the tiniest bit, like it's bent just a tiny bit. And this is like a dark brown shade. It's a little on the dry side. I feel like some of the pencils are dry in this collection compared to previous lip liners from her that I have. Let's get into the lipstick. The lipstick actually has like a little hole on top, almost like you could wear this as a necklace or like have a keychain attached to it. I'm not sure if that was the purpose of it, but it doesn't come with anything, and it says Lord of the Rings and Glamlite, and then the packaging is really, really cool. And then when you open it up, you have the lipstick. It's a kind of like burnt orange, like perfect fall lip color. And so is the lip gloss is like a orangey with like gold sparkles. I probably should have used the lip mask before this because I just wiped off the other lip gloss and my lips are super dry. And this is a very matte formula. It is clinging to my lips. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like I have dryness in my lips, and as you get older sometimes that happens, which is why I don't really use matte lip products anymore. I have to really hydrate or put a gloss on top, but thankfully this does come with a gloss. So that is what the lipstick looks like. I would be more light-handed the next time that I use this. I don't really know if I care for the lip liner with this. I would probably use the lip liner separately on something else and use a lighter lip liner with this. And then this is the packaging for the lip gloss. This is absolutely stunning. And let's go ahead and use it. It does come with a flat doe foot. Here is all of it together, the lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss. I feel like this can get a little bit messy, so either I would use the lip liner with the lip gloss, a little bit of the lipstick with the lip gloss, or like put a good lip mask underneath or lip oil and then apply the lipstick. Maybe with a shade that is more similar to the lipstick. I don't really care for the lip liner being so dark and then the lipstick, that's just not my vibe. I like a lip liner to be either just a few shades darker than the whatever you have on your lips. Like I like a better lip combo. Like I feel like they did such a good job with the Willy Wonka one, but this one, I would wear this, especially like near fall time, that kind of vibe to it. I just, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on it. But I'm going to go through my final thoughts now. For my final thoughts, I have to say I love the way the eye look came. I absolutely love Glamlite's eyeshadows. I did take off the lip products because my lips needed a break from these. But let's go ahead and just give you my final thoughts on each product. I love the bag. Absolutely gorgeous. They did such a good job. I do wish that it had 2 zippers, but other than that, I think that they did such a good job when it came to all the little details if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. The lip reviving treatment set, I kind of would have skipped on this. I got it just because it came with the collection, but I don't know. I like the fact that it has the little clip so you can take the lip mask with you. I do like the new type of packaging like this, other than, for the most part, Glamlite has put their lip mask in pots. So I do prefer this type of component when it comes to lip mask. Overall, this is just nice. Like I said previously, I would have preferred like a lip gloss in the form of the EVENSTAR, just because I feel like it would have been absolutely gorgeous. But I know that that does, you know, take a lot of moolah to do and, you know, cut. But I just feel like that would have taken it to the next level. When it comes to the Rivendell kit, this kit I feel like is my favorite of the 3. I do feel like this is more wearable. I love the box and I will keep the box to like put on display. The lip gloss component is absolutely gorgeous, really, really beautiful. I would have preferred the lip liner to be just a tad bit more creamier, kind of like their Willy Wonka collection, where it's like a little bit more creamier and a little bit more on the lighter side when it comes to the shade itself, but that's just personal preference. Then we have the SAURON one. The Lipstick itself looks very reminiscent of the eye, like that burnt orange. I love the component on here. The lip gloss is beautiful. The lip liner I wish was a tad bit lighter. I know that they're going for these shades here, but I kind of wish it was just a tad bit lighter so it would be a little bit lighter, so it would be a little bit more wearable. And I also feel like it was a missed opportunity, or maybe that was their intention, but it didn't get to follow through, is that they have that little hole up there. So I'm thinking that maybe this was supposed to be kind of like a little keychain as well. And I think that that would have been really cool if it had been. So I feel like maybe that was their intention, but it didn't play out. But another really cool packaging. Then my top favorites are as far as the makeup goes, aside from the bag, the highlighter and makeup palette. These are like, if you were to get anything from this collection, the palette or the highlighter have got to be it, especially if you love Lord of the Rings. I love the way this looks like a book. I love the details on here. All the shades correlating with the characters, having the characters' names in there. Just, I feel like they did such a spectacular job when it comes to the palette. And then the highlighter as well. The details on the packaging, absolutely gorgeous. They just did such a phenomenal job. Really, really love this collection, especially if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. I think that you would be really happy if you grabbed up, especially like the palette or the bag. You're gonna really, really enjoy them. I hope this was helpful if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, or if you're looking into this collection and wanted to see swatches and everything. If it was helpful, please give it a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.